Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit since I've actually sat down and filmed. You guys have probably noticed that I've been gone. Pretty much my room is all done. It's all set up, so I wanted to go ahead and film. Me and my husband just tackled it yesterday with the day off, and I got all my stuff put away, so I'm so excited. I feel like myself again. I think I just wasn't filming because honestly, I just didn't feel myself. Like, I needed all my stuff set up, and I was just like very hectic, and there was so much stuff that we needed to get done. And I know you guys have been asking for like house updates and stuff, but we've been so busy like this summer, and especially this month that we've had stuff every weekend. So my husband and I have been gone a lot, so I just really haven't had time to film. So I'm so sorry that I had to put you guys on the back burner, but I definitely want to get back into filming. I need to figure out a good schedule. I haven't really totally figured out a good schedule with my job I'm working, but I'm working like 9 to 5 on weekdays and then weekends off, because eventually once the summer is like kind of winding down, I want to start filming on the weekends once we don't have stuff going on all the time. So that's going to be my goal. I'm definitely going to be trying to keep it up. Sorry for that super long intro, and if you are new here, you're probably like, oh my gosh girl, get on with the video. So we are going to be doing a little get ready with me tutorial today. I know a lot of you guys had asked me in my past couple of videos. I know it's been a couple weeks, but you guys wanted to see one of the looks I did. It was like a pinky eye look that I did on my Too Faced video and my Ipsy versus Sephora Play video from last month. So I'm going to be doing that look for you guys today, and it's pretty much been my go-to look like all summer. I've pretty much been living off of 2 eye palettes since I was moving. So I've been using a lot of the same stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with some Too Faced Shadow Insurance, just to keep our eyeshadow on all day. You guys know the drill. You can use whatever eye primer you guys want. I've just been kind of finishing up this little sample that I have. It's literally lasted me for so long, that little tube. And I'm using a lot of the Tarte collection. I think it's called like their Flower Power or something collection, but I'm literally obsessed with these products in the collection. They are like the most beautiful packaged makeup that I own, and it's honestly such good quality too. So this has been a super favorite of mine, and I've been wearing this in so many looks. But can you guys even with this beautiful packaging? And then here is the inside, and yes, it's neutrals, but they have like mauve pink tones, which is my fave. So I've gotten a lot of looks with this palette just for every day, for work, just everyday easy wear. It's not complicated, which I love. So mine's a little dirty, as you guys can see. You guys will know it's a well-loved palette from me. But anyways, I'm going to go in with just a cream color. I always do this to set my primer. I just don't like having it a sticky feeling. I feel like my eyeshadows blend better when I put a cream over my primer, so I'm just going to spread that all over the lid. And this palette, it also smells delicious. If you guys have smelled a lot of the newer Tarte palettes, they smell like vanilla, and they are so good. Alright, next up we're going to do our crease shade. So I'm going to take this medium brown. It's a lighter shade called Frolic, and that is going to go blended into the crease. And when I blend my eyeshadows, I just kind of like keep dipping in, keep blending until I have the pigment that I want there. And I just kind of swirl it around and trying to keep it just above that little fold in my eye. So next I'm going to go in with a different brush. I'm using one that's a little bit smaller, and I want to go into this like mauve shade here. This one is called Whimsical. So I'm going to also put that in my crease as well to make it more purpley toned. This is so beautiful, and these blend out so nice. They're just so easy. They don't make harsh lines. So I've been absolutely loving this palette so much. It's been a huge favorite of mine, which I'm so happy. Tarte for me has been really doing a great job with their neutral palettes, and I know everyone's like over the neutrals, but that's just what I like. That's what I go for, and that's what I'm going to wear every day. So I use the crap out of my neutral palette. with the smaller brush again, we're gonna do our outer corner, which I usually like to do a darker shade. So I like to use the shade Wonder. It's this deeper brown, but it is a cool tone brown. This one's a really nice one. So I'm just going to start with a little bit and just place that in the outer corner. And I always just start with a little bit because you can always build it up more. So now I'm going back in with more product and just deepening it up a little bit to how I like. Alright, so for my lid, I'm going to do a more rosy pink color. And for my shimmers, and I always like to do a shimmer on the lid, so for those, every single time I do this, I always wet I use a little flat brush like this, and I always wet it with any makeup spray works. And then I'm going into that rosy pink called Flitter, I believe. It's called Flitter. It's so pretty. Right there. And we're just going to pack that onto our brush, and that will just make it go on so foiled and beautiful. So I'm just taking that right in the middle is where I usually stop, and then I try to bring it up into that fold again of the crease. Have any of you guys bought the new Norvina from Anastasia? I'm really curious about that palette, and I don't know. I guess I held off of it because I have some more expensive purpley ones that I don't use as much, like my Natasha Denona Lila palette, and I have the Huda Beauty Desert Dust, so I didn't know if those were too similar. But so far I've heard pretty good things about the Norvina palette, so let me know if you guys have tried it. What do you guys think? Should I pick it up? Once you have that done, I'm just going back in with my crease brush, just blending things out, making them seamless. You can also go back in with your dark shade if you want the chocolatey brown to deepen up the crease again if you lost some of the intensity. Alright, so next I'm going to take a little smudger brush, and I'm going to go ahead and take Frolic, or that crease shade we use, that warmer brown, and just blend this onto my lower lash line. Okay, next product I'm going to do is some eyeliner. This one's actually from Tarte as well. It's in their Flower Powered collection as well. So they already have this eyeliner out, I believe now. Double take eyeliner in brown. So one side has a liquid pen, and then one side has a little just like normal eyeliner crayon. And I just use the crayon side. I don't really like to use liquid eyeliner that much anymore. Just because I feel like it really covered up my eyeshadow on my lid, and I like to show it off. So what I'm going to do is just outline on my waterline with that brown. And I will admit, this one is not my favorite eyeliner. I feel like it runs really easily and builds up into the corners, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I like my eyeliner to stay put, but I will admit that it goes on super creamy. I just don't know if my eyes are too watery or what, but it's a nice color, and I always wear brown shadows. But if you do have watery eyes, I would maybe not get this eyeliner. Next, I'm going to do my brows. I usually honestly do my brows after my foundation, but I heard a lot of people doing it before, so I wanted to go ahead and try that. And I'm using my all-time favorite Precisely My Brow from Benefit. This is always my go-to. I'm in the shade number 2. And I believe they just came out with some new half shades. So if you guys didn't have a perfect match before, you guys might have one now, which is really exciting. Benefit brow products have changed my life. They are just amazing. So I usually outline along the bottom and the top and fill in anything that needs to be filled. Then I always do this as well as my last step. I like to use the Gimme Brow Plus. And this one I'm in the shade 1 for that. And I'll go in and fill those in even more, and I just feel like this makes them look a lot more natural. Sort of the lines from the pencil, so I just feel like this makes my brows look super more just like natural eyebrows. So yeah, that's my brows. I absolutely love the Benefit products. So for my primer, this one is super bougie. I am so sorry, you guys, but this is honestly what I've been using lately. This one's from Grwm. I don't know how you pronounce this. We're gonna call it Loire. but it's their Radiance Primer and it has gold flakes in there. Like, how bougie can we be? And I feel like I heard about this from Tarte, and she was just like, she goes on and on about this primer and she always talks about it. So I was like, how can a primer be worth that much money? Like, I'm not a primer person, but this stuff is really good. Like, it is, I think it's worth the money. And of course it has beautiful packaging, as it should, but it's a natural, it's supposed to be a natural radiance primer. I actually really like it because it's super lightweight on my skin, and it's supposed to be for drier skin, but I actually really like this for oily skin as well. So I'm going to pump like a pump and a half, and then it's just, it feels like water going on the skin. It is so nice, but it is just amazingly lightweight, and it just gives me, I guess it gives me a little radiance boost there. It's supposed to smooth fine lines and tighten the look of facial features. I don't know, but I just really love the feel of this primer, and I'm all about textures. I hate like silicone based ones, but this one's just really nice. So I've been loving it, and it makes my makeup last. For foundation, I got this when it released. This one is from ColourPop. It's their no filter foundation, and I remember I really liked it at first, but it's been a few weeks or a couple weeks since I've tried it, but I remember that I liked it, so I want to go ahead and try it again in today's video. So I have two shades. It was so hard to pick a shade online. They have so many shades, but you know how it goes when you're trying to pick online and you can't see it in person. So I got this shade Fair 30 and also Light 75 because I go in between with like tanning and different shades. So I put a little bit of the darker shade and then some of the lighter shade as well. And let's go ahead and apply this. Super excited when I found out ColourPop was doing a foundation. I knew I had to have it right away because they're so inexpensive, and honestly this foundation is pretty good. Like, I'm really impressed with it for the price. So I feel like that's a little bit light, so I'm going to do a second a little bit more coverage, but I'm adding more of that darker color in there and just a tiny bit of the light so that I can make this match a little bit more to my body. I think this has a really nice medium buildable coverage. It has a nice like sheen to it. It's pretty impressive, and I haven't been able to wear it for a while, so I can't remember how long it lasts on the skin, so I'll have to like maybe do an update. I know it's kind of like been there, done that, but let me know if you guys want to see a review or not. I've been kind of like late to the game on some stuff. So we are going to go in with concealer, and I've been absolutely loving the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is my all-time holy grail now. I'm obsessed. This is the shade Swan, which I think is the lightest. And we are going to do a little triangle under the eyes. I will link my full review if you guys want to see my review on it. I also compared it to the Shape Tape and showed how they wore throughout the day if you guys want to see. So I'm blending this out with my Sephora airbrush concealer brush. It's my favorite concealer brush of life. Then usually if my concealer is like a lot lighter than my foundation, then I go in back with my foundation brush that still has product on, and I blend the edges out, and then it just looks really seamless and just very brightening. Alright, next I'm going to set that with some setting powder. So I'm using this new one from Hourglass, which I've been absolutely loving lately, especially for underneath the eyes. It's just so seamless, and it's not cakey at all. This is their Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just using a little brush like this, and I'm just going to pat that in and blend. Alright, so I did powder this to my face with that Hourglass powder. Now I'm going to do some bronzer. So I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores bronzer. And this is the one I've been just like, I've been using this so much lately. It's my go-to. And this one actually smells like coconut. It reminds me of the Marc Jacobs Tantastic. I feel like they're pretty similar if you want something a little bit cheaper. But this one is so good. Alright, next up we have blush, and we are using the beautiful Fairy Flush from Tarte. This packaging, once again, the stars actually like move in there. This is so pretty. And this is like the prettiest pinky nude blush of life. I've been wearing this so much lately, so I'm going to apply this right on the cheeks. So before we do highlight, I'm going to do some mascara. So of course I'm using this beautiful Tarte Lights Caramel Lashes. This is their regular mascara that they always have, but they have fun packaging for their Flower Powered collection again with a little charm. So beautiful. So we are going to use this today. And I feel like this is such a good volumizing mascara. Alright, so now I'm going to spray some setting spray. This is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. And for highlighter, I'm just going to use the one that's in the palette right in the middle. This is actually a really pretty highlight. I don't think it has a name, does it? I'm not sure. I don't think it does. But yeah, I'm just going in and we're going to put that on our cheekbones. So stinking pretty. I'm also going to put that on my inner corners as well to brighten them up. Alright, and then lastly is lips. So I definitely want something pink. I'm going to be using this one from Burberry. It is their Liquid Lip Velvet in number 9. And this one is just like a super pretty moussey formula. And then this is going to complete the look for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys are going to be picking up any of these products or if you've tried them. I would love to know what you guys have been loving, but this has been an absolute go-to look for me. I'm obsessed with this Tarte palette. It is so stunning. Like I said, great for every day. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye guys.